Your thing when you like stopped the video, it was like barely 2 seconds, so it wasn't that bad to edit.
Good. Okay.
So
Good.
Lined up all the audio and stuff. Why am I out of breath?
I am too. It's dinner.
Well, you were working pretty hard a second ago.
I was. Yeah.
So,
smell was pretty bad.
You were trying to survive.
Yes. Had the doors open. Had everything.
I know this is just total man podcast,
Yeah.
but you ever had an excrement deposit so bad that like you knew it was bad? Like the smell?
Smell? Oh my goodness, yes.
By the way, excrement is worse than poop.
Yeah,
I should have just said poop.
Yeah. That just a minute ago was pretty close.
Why am I breathing so hard?
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Have you ever woke up in the middle of the night? And it's always in the middle of the night. It's never in a time when it's convenient. It's never in a time when it's like, got nothing else going on. I'm going to go sit on the toilet. It's always in the middle of the night. And your stomach goes,
or just like I was at work one time and I'm
Yeah.
like, please God, just let me make it home.
oh, I've
hate
done that.
that.
Yeah. But you go in the bathroom and you feel like you're going to die.
Yeah.
Like that. There's been times, I don't know, and this isn't joking. This is like genuine heart of praying on the toilet. Like, Lord, help me. Because I don't know if my heart's about to stop or if it's about to explode, but this is horrible.
Okay.
So
I'll be honest with you, I can't relate to that one.
I've been there a couple times. Maybe anybody else with IBS or anything like that can relate. But,
I don't know if I have that, but I don't think I've had it that bad.
It doesn't happen very often, but there's been a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The closest I could probably relate to that is when I was really sick.
Yeah.
And without going into detail, because I'm already tired of talking about this,
Yeah.
it was just coming out both ends.
Mhm.
So I had a trash can in front of me while on the toilet.
Oh my goodness. That I've never had that happen.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible.
That is horrible. It is. Yeah. And I got nervous the other day. On Monday, I was listening to Ninjas or Butterflies, and they were like talking about throwing up, which is disgusting. And apparently Josh on there throws up all the time.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, I hate saying this out loud, although I'm not superstitious, but I don't necessarily do the L up chucko very much. And I can't say throw up too many times. It's gross.
I got you.
But that day after work, I started feeling a little bit sick, and I was like, every time I think about it, it's like within the next couple of days, but it didn't happen. I honestly think I just got like dehydrated. So
I will share my worst experience, and then we can be done.
You can, we'll tell you when you can just.
Yeah, you can fast forward through this.
I don't know how YouTubers do segments on YouTube.
Yeah.
Do you know how you can like skip?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
I'll look it up later. But.
Gotcha. But I was working is when I was delivering paint, and I got to, I think it was Conway, and I just started feeling terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I had eaten a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle that morning, and I was not feeling good at all. And so I texted my boss. I was like, I need to go home. I do not feel good at all.
Oh yeah. And
so I'm driving, and on our road, I'm maybe less than 5 minutes from the house, and I just start feeling it. I was like, oh, this is not good. There's a line of traffic both ways. It's busy. And I had it was McDonald's, had my McDonald's bag, and just instinct, I just reached over there and grabbed it. And I'm driving, and
oh no,
just
dude,
throwing up in the bag while I'm driving.
Oh,
and not only did I throw up, it came out the other end while I was driving.
Oh.
And I'm having to keep my eyes, like forcing my eyes open, because when you throw up, your instinct's like that. Well, I'm having to force my eyes open, so I'm like this, throwing up in the bag so I don't wreck. And it was horrible, dude. So I get home, and Lindsay's home, and I waddle to the door. I was like, I'm going to go to bed. I'll go clean up first.
So after a shower
go to bed. Yes.
and the desanitization.
Yes. So sorry for the nastiness, but that was a real experience, and it was horrible.
Yeah, I don't know why we got off on that. I do know why, but we're done with that. So
need to do the welcome. Welcome to the Garden Podcast,
where we cultivate our faith.
One poop joke at a time. No, I'm sorry.
One verse at a time.
One verse.
Look, you may be praying on the toilet, as we heard from Caleb.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. We will do a continuation of your testimony at some point. Yeah. Although, if you feel like you left any details out, we could talk about it again. But for the other part, we'll wait till Lindsay kind of gets a time on here. We do have a trip coming up that we're excited about. How many weeks we got till that?
Not many. Let me look.
Is it next month or this month?
It's in May. So
Okay.
next month. Yeah.
I feel like it's early May.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Yep.
It doesn't line up on the 7th, does it?
It'll be the week of the 7th, but we'll be back by then.
Okay. It is my child's birthday.
Oh, which one?
The eldest.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So May 7th. You have to tell her happy birthday. I know you're mad at me, but don't take it out on my kids.
About telling. Yes. Okay.
I know. I remember what we talk about on the podcast
Yeah.
because I edit it.
Yeah.
And honestly, editing your testimony was like, it's really hard to listen to.
Why is it hard to listen to?
I don't know. I'm not going to claim like, oh, I'm an empath, but just hearing it is like, gosh.
Yeah.
But for that to take place in 6 months,
yeah.
I mean, you lived a whole life, I feel like.
Yeah, it was a lot.
So,
yeah.
But anyways, you said you have a couple of jokes or a movie segment or?
Yeah, well, I got a...
whatever we want to do first.
So have you heard about this new movie with Ryan Gosling where he's like in space? I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either.
But I heard Ninjas or Butterflies, they were talking about it and stuff. And like supposedly he talks Gen Z.
Is it, keep talking, I'll think of the name of it.
Yeah. But supposedly he talked to Gen Z on it. And I was watching, he did this interview with or somebody was interviewing him about the movie and they talked in Gen Z slang the whole time. It was pretty funny. I wish I had the video, but it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But okay, let's do some dad jokes. Kill some time.
Yeah, we haven't done dad jokes in a while.
All right.
What is that movie called?
I don't know. I have to look it up. All right, let's see.
I can't look it up because we're using both my devices to record.
Yeah, I figured I'd start with this one.
Okay.
A priest, a rabbi, and a minister walk into a bar. The bartender says, "What is this, a joke?"
Is that it?
That's it.
That's okay.
It always sounds like the start of a joke. Yes.
Oh, I got you. So that's breaking the fourth wall.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, because the bartender's like in a joke.
That's true.
But he's acknowledging, is this a joke? It's pretty funny.
Yeah. I got to try to turn into the mic. Okay. How do you make holy water?
You pray over it?
Put water in a pot and you boil the hell out of it.
We just did that. You just said that.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's the truth.
All right. There was one more.
I'm going to bleep that.
Go bleep it.
Boil the beep out of it. And it's like, Caleb.
That's horrible. Okay. Okay, two more. We'll be done. Okay. Why wasn't Boaz a nice man before he got married?
I don't know.
Because he was ruthless.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
It's horrible.
I almost want to play that Gentis and Franklin video.
Yeah.
Oh, go look that up. That's
Boaz.
the best.
Yeah. All right. Aside from Adam and Eve, who in the Bible had no parents?
I feel like I've heard this one. I don't know.
Joshua, son of Nun.
Brother.
Told you it was good. It was good today.
Like it.
Yep.
I think I like the first one the best.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I do have one more. My boss told me this one and I liked it. Okay. Let me find it real quick. Okay. I wanted to go jogging the other day, but Proverbs 28:1 says the wicked run when no one is chasing them. So there's that. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Why all these people running?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No one's chasing. Like, what are we trying to prove?
Exactly.
Yeah, I got you.
Exactly.
It's true.
Yep. Okay.
I do need to run more though.
I don't like running.
Or at least go on walks.
I will work out, lift weights, do all that.
Yeah.
I hate running.
Yeah. We got done with a t-ball game the other night. I was chasing my kids for like probably 60 seconds total.
Yeah.
Winded, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I gotta up my game here.
Right.
You know. So I already got a weak heart. I gotta take care of it. As I'm drinking a Coke.
You got a weak heart?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have a weak heart?
I got the condition. So it's like a weaker vessel pumping my body.
Oh, gotcha.
From my heart. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad, he has a was it aortic bicuspid or something like that, where the flap only opens a certain halfway or something.
Oh, okay.
And him and my sister and my grandmother both had it.
Oh.
So I went to the doctor, got checked that I don't have it, but they all do. So they've struggled with that or dealt with that. So
yeah, I wonder how common that is. They say mine's pretty rare. And when I first started going to the doctor as a teenager, like they were just so like interested in it. They were like, you know, like I'm in a test tube.
Yeah,
Like, can you just? But they were kind of surprised by it because typically you find out about it as a baby, and they say you either like you either don't make it or you go straight into surgery on their on the little baby heart.
Right.
And neither one of those things happened to me because we didn't find out about it until I was a teenager.
Yeah.
So it's not technically causing me any problems, but I have like a higher chance of heart failure as I get older.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Gotcha. Nice.
Yeah, I just need to. I've heard walking is healthier though.
Walking is better for you. So it's crazy. Walking can do more for your body as a whole than running can. Running is good for your heart health. So running not necessarily helps you lose weight. That's a myth. A lot of people's like, oh, just run if you want. No, you can lose a little weight, but running doesn't necessarily help you lose weight. All right, it helps you be conditioned. You'll feel better. You'll be more conditioned. Your joints might hurt like crazy, but
yeah, that's what I've heard. Is if you just walk, it kind of takes care of that. I'm gonna scoot this away from your foot before I forget, just in case you kick it later. Also,
the light
that light glared in the whole last episode.
When the lights go down in the city.
Oh, I was thinking of every song. When the light. Oh yeah. Now I can't think of any. Oh yeah.
And the music, something.
I don't know, dude. Don't get me started.
Stand by me.
So speaking of space movies, I was going to say this. When Interstellar came out, I was already tired of space movies.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch it for years. Yeah. Because I was like, how many more space movies do we need?
Yeah. Okay, there's one movie. It's all right. So
except for Star Wars.
Forgive me if it's a bad movie. It's been a long time since I've seen it. But
those are the best.
Yeah. No.
Never Ending Story.
Yeah, that one's good. Was it Atreyu or whatever?
Atreus or something.
Or something like that.
Oh no, it's not Atreus.
No,
that's the God of War son.
No, the guy he's hollering out to the horse. Yeah, and I can't remember.
Atreyu might be right, but
I think that's the kid's name, but the horse's name is something different.
Anyways,
yeah. But anyway, the movie's name is Moon.
Okay, I never heard of that.
Okay, and I can't remember the actor's name, but it is a weird movie. I like weird movies.
Yeah,
and it's a weird movie. And
so when you say weird, would you consider like what's that movie like? Dark Crystal, Never Ending Story. Like
those are kind of weird.
What's the one with Bowie in it? David Bowie.
Oh, The Labyrinth.
The Labyrinth. That's a good one.
Yeah,
classic.
So in Moon, it has a twist.
Okay,
I'm gonna say look it up.
Okay,
all right. If
how old is this movie?
It came out when I was maybe in junior high, so early 2000s ish, like or mid 2000s, tens or somewhere in there. But yeah, it's called Moon. So look it up. I don't know what it's rated. So if it's not rated good, don't watch it.
Yeah, I'll have to check that.
Let me look it up real quick.
I steer clear of like sexual things. So,
you
know, say what you will about language. You hear language everywhere you go, but you can usually avoid what you want to avoid.
Right.
And that leads me to a question after we're done with this, because I don't want to move on too fast. But the Labyrinth and all those things, they're like that culture or that genre is like dark fantasy.
Right.
I think those are cool. And those movies are classics because like the early Star Wars movies, there's
all puppets.
Really good practical effects.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any. There's not really been any good movies come out recently.
Oh, you sent it to me. 2009. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, that's a good year for movies.
Yeah.
2008, 2009.
Yeah. But like I said, I don't know what's rated, but if it's not, check it out.
Yeah.
It has a good twist in it. It's a good movie, if I remember right. But yeah.
What's it about? Like, or should you just not say anything?
I'm not going to tell you anything. I want you to watch it.
The moon.
When
I think of that now, a twist, I think of the moon on Jim Carrey.
The moon on Jim Carrey. The Truman Show?
Truman Show.
Yeah.
great movie.
That is a good movie.
I mean, you find out instantly. There's not really a twist, but the twist is he's the only one that doesn't know. Really, you find out. You instantly know he's on a TV show.
Right. But if you catch little things in the movie,
yes,
okay, it is rated R, so you might want to vet it a little. Like I said, I haven't seen it in a very long time. But if you catch little things in the Truman Show, like it alludes that he has no idea, but there's been things he's been doing secretly,
right,
throughout the whole movie that makes you think maybe he has been really suspicious for a while. They're just now realizing.
Yeah.
So just like when in one scene he's working in the garden.
Opening scene, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
One scene he's working in the garden.
Yep.
And it's like, what is he doing? And all they are is filmed in, like zoomed in on him. And later on, you find out he was digging a tunnel.
Yep, the whole time.
Okay, that was at the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he was already suspicious
because it's a pretty elaborate hole.
Yes,
and he disappears at one point,
right.
And they're like, the one guy's in his room at the end, towards the end of the movie. He's like, "Not here," and they're like, "Stop looking at the camera." And he's like, "I don't know what to tell you. He's not here."
Yeah,
and he's just gone because he's been digging this hole the whole time.
Right.
So he knows.
Yeah.
But I did, going into it, the last time I watched it, I knew that theory.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. Like, it's not a watertight theory.
Yeah.
But the very opening scene is suspicious.
Yep.
And that hole would take forever to dig.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So it's neat to see that. And as it just starts to unravel, like at first he thinks maybe I'm just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then stuff starts to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like the light falling from the sky and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I almost think like, if you were in that situation, would you kind of be like, he seems to trust the friend.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you trust people or not?
Right. I think at that point, like I said, you think you're crazy or not. I mean, you're probably going to go to the people you trust the most.
Mm-hmm.
So at one point, you think he tries to talk to his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And she ends up changing it and talking about something else. He talks to his friend. His friend basically frames him. And the only one that was wanting to help him was, at one time, his father. He like snuck back into the show, and then he comes back as like an extra again.
Yeah.
And then that girl, of course, was trying to tell him that, this is a show that your whole life's been this. But yeah.
Yeah, so there's little things like that seems like he doesn't know.
Yeah.
But, it seems like she's trying to convince him. But if he was already convinced from the very beginning.
Right.
Or I guess like you're saying, he's just not sure.
Right. Yeah, I think it's suspicious. Yeah.
Yeah, he's digging that hole for a reason, but he's like, I don't know. This doesn't feel right. I can't even say normal because he was a baby.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, what a concept, though. You think anyone's ever tried something like that?
I don't know. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Now, the only thing I can think of is another movie kind of based on a true story, or at least true events. And I'm sure this has happened more than once, where a mother intentionally keeps her daughter sick with medicine.
Yes.
Where she can't use her legs.
Yep.
And so I'm like, that's kind of Truman Show-ish.
Yeah.
And there's been more than one movie about that too, but I think they're based on like true events.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yes, they are.
But
it's horrible.
What a concept. Like, to me, anytime I think of something crazy like a movie that's at least somewhat realistic, I'm like, this had to have happened at least once. Yeah. Maybe not Truman Show level, because I think that would almost be impossible.
Yeah.
You would need 100, 500 plus people to be involved. Yeah. And he's the only one that doesn't know. That's insane. Yeah. Which makes me think, at what point was his best friend involved? Because they told him at some point. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if he would have grown up with him, or I don't know if he says in the movie when they met. You know what I mean, though?
I think they grew up as kids. So
why would they tell him and not?
Well, he was a hired extra. Everybody's a hired person except Truman.
Yeah, it's just not fair.
So, no, it's not.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But it's crazy to go all those years without anybody telling him. That's crazy, too. So, but it is a movie. It's not. It is real. A movie. I have to tell my kids that all the time. Yeah. We watch a movie and they're, Daddy, is this real? I said, no. Because I'm not going to lie to them. I was like, yeah, it's hard. They're watching a movie about a princess and this and that. It's like, is she real? No.
You're like, no, Thanos doesn't actually have an infinity gauntlet.
Yes. And it's like, no, Jesus killed him years ago. But, no, I'm just kidding. But it's like, is this real? Are they real? Is that monster real? Is that person? And no, they're not real. Not every movie we watch. And then we'll watch a true story. It's like, yeah, this one is real.
Yeah.
All right, to some degree. They
Right.
they
Yeah.
kind of
There's
twist
always
true stories, but
something added
yeah,
dramatic.
but yeah.
Do you have a favorite true story movie? I have one I just thought of.
Favorite true story? I would say one of my biggest. I love true stories.
Yeah.
Like probably my favorite genre of movie is true story.
Mhm.
All right, but one of my top is probably Hacksaw Ridge.
I knew you were gonna say
I
that. That
love
was
that
mine.
movie.
Yeah.
Okay, just amazing.
Yeah.
About faith and about what God can do and everything like
Mhm.
that. I really like Remember the Titans.
Yep.
That's a good
I
one.
finally watched that recently.
Yeah.
So don't shoot me. I watched it.
But I'd have to sit here and think for a little bit. There's a lot of good ones out there.
Mhm.
There is.
Dang, we're already 20 minutes in.
Goodness. 20 minutes and 45 seconds.
We spent too long on the poop.
Did.
We spent too long.
That's
on
all
that.
right. That's all right. I do have a reel.
We're just human beings. Oh
Wanna
wait,
do a reel?
I'm not done.
Oh, I'm not done.
There was one for sure. I thought you were gonna say was Jesus Revolution.
Oh, yes.
So
That one's a good one.
that's probably in the top 5.
Yeah.
Now I did find out recently. I'm trying to remember who did the interview, but I think it wasn't Greg Laurie. It was someone else who kind of knows the story. But
Yeah.
they said the movie is accurate. It just kind of only focuses on Greg's point of view.
Right.
It doesn't really focus on the pastor,
Mhm.
and he kind of wishes like that pastor has such a bigger story than that movie.
Yeah.
I do like the concept of how they didn't glorify Lonnie Frisbee.
Yeah.
Lonnie, I always want to say Flowers. Lonnie Frisbee.
Lonnie Frisbee, yeah.
And he really wasn't a huge part of the movie.
Right.
Although he was.
Yeah.
He was in a lot of it, but once he's gone, he's just kind of gone.
Right.
And if you look up his real story, that dude was like, I think very genuine.
Mm-hmm.
But he was dealing with some stuff.
Yes.
And towards the end of his life, he like repented and
Mhm.
came back to Jesus and all that.
Yeah.
So I think he was a very genuine guy. He
Yes.
just struggles like the rest of us.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think it's like anything. It shows a very good. Gotta use it. I'm trying not to breathe into the mic because my nose is stopped up.
I don't think it picks up as much as you think, but I can hear myself breathing too.
Yeah. But it shows a very good depiction about just how if you're not in the right place and you don't put God in the right place, how things can corrupt you. Because the movie, there's a big shift in his personality and him.
Yep.
Like I said, if it is true, like true to his story, that he was on fire for God.
Mhm.
Okay. And he trusted God. He preached the truth. He spoke the truth. He loved people. And then God used him, I guess, to speak out in a revival and heal people
Mhm.
in the name of Jesus. And then that's all he looked for
Mhm.
after that.
He
So
got
you
caught
have
up
to
in
be
the
careful.
moment, made it
Yes.
about himself.
You have to be careful that we don't place emphasis on the miracle. Don't place emphasis on, okay, God, how can you use me? Like, I heard that one time, and it really kind of put me in my place because every one of us has a call in our life. Every
Yeah.
one of us has something that the Lord is
Mhm.
directing us to, but you can get lost in that.
Mhm.
You can get lost, and it'll leave you in a miserable place when you think it's like, Lord, what do you want to do with me? Well, today the Lord's just asking you to trust Him,
Yeah.
and love Him, and that's every day. The rest will work itself out.
Yeah.
He'll lead you if He wants to call you wherever to do this, to do that. It will happen, and you have to be careful not to get lost in that. So I think it's a very good depiction of what that is.
Yeah.
You know,
And I challenge that. Like, I don't think the Lord needs to speak to you every single day.
right?
You know what I mean? If you're already called, you're already trying to be more like Him. And so you said something like, putting God in the right place. I think it's
Yeah.
just allowing Him to put you in your place,
Yeah, that's good too. Yeah.
because you don't want to get to a point where you're making it about yourself.
Yep.
Because everybody does that at some point.
Yeah,
At some level. Some people catch it and they're like, they keep an accountability team around them.
Mhm.
I think from what I've heard about Lonnie, like it's pretty accurate
Yeah.
in the movie, although it's not the full story.
Right.
But what can happen is a movement happens, people get excited, but they
Mhm.
kind of forget to build a team around them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think some of the most successful stories is people who have had accountability partners.
Yep.
So you hear about Billy Graham, but you
Mhm.
haven't heard any scandals.
Right.
Because he was very accountable.
Yes.
You know.
He had a very good team.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So
Did you hear about his wife? Okay. This is a comedian, but he was talking about Billy Graham and truth, like his Christian comedian. He said, Billy Graham, which I mean, amazing, did all these tent revivals, probably responsible for I mean, thousands upon thousands of people hearing the word of God and coming to faith. And he said, who does Billy Graham look up to besides Jesus? Like who does Billy Graham look up to? And they said they interviewed him one time, and he said his wife.
Mm.
Okay. He said, I really look up to my wife. She's a pillar of faith and this and that. So you have this spiritual giant. So now he looks up to his wife. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they interviewed her one time, and they
who does she look up to?
Yeah, they asked her. They said, your husband is Billy Graham, this great preacher, revivalist, whatever. And they said, have you ever had rough times where you thought of divorce, or ever been led to that? Like, felt like that was something that was stressful? She said, divorce, no. Murder, definitely.
That sounds accurate.
Yeah.
I told Terry, I was like, I'd rather you kill me than that word ever come into our
Right.
conversation.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So I just thought that was funny. It's like, so it's everybody. It's everybody.
if you don't think about it at least once,
Yeah.
you're probably not trying very hard.
Right.
So
yeah.
It's crazy how many kids I talked to yesterday, because I taught up at the junior high all day for 7 classes, just teaching on making the right choices and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And we talk about dating a little bit, and I asked them about like what the difference between love and infatuation is.
Yeah.
And most of them don't know what infatuation means. It's basically just like caught up in the feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, what happens when the feelings fade? And they said, divorce, every class.
No.
And I was like, no. I said, there might be like some reasons like unfaithfulness. Of course, I can't get into like the Bible.
Right.
But if there's some unfaithfulness, that's probably where you're going to draw the line. That's reasonable. Right. But just because the feelings fade after a year or two doesn't mean you just give up. It was crazy how many times I heard that.
Right.
And I said, it's not about following your heart. It's not. That's about as Christian as I can get in the public school.
Yeah.
And I can tell them I'm a youth pastor and stuff. So, but it's just crazy how many people said that.
Yeah.
Kids said that, and many of them are. And I told the students in the church last night, Wednesday night, that they're among the first generation growing up with kids and their parents who not only don't go to church, but maybe even their parents are old enough now or young enough that they didn't even grow up in church.
Right. Yeah.
And they're like almost a generation or two removed from having generational Christians in their bloodline or in their family.
Right.
And so I told them, I said, this is kind of a good thing, but it's a bad thing. But I said, it's kind of a good thing because we're talking about apologetics. I said, you might realize that you might have talked yourself out of talking to people sometimes about Jesus, but you might realize they might be more ready for the truth than you realize.
Right.
Because they don't have to deconstruct.
That's true.
So, and I heard that, that's not just my opinion. I heard that point of view and I was like, that's a really good point. Kids these days aren't necessarily asking, does God exist? They're asking, is he good?
Right.
So they're asking questions like, if I'm going to serve God, like, why would I? And asking bigger, like more honest questions.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was an interesting perspective.
Yeah. I've said for years that this generation is just that. They're searching for authenticity. They're searching for something real. It's not that they're rejecting the gospel. It's that they want the reality of it. They want the realness of it. Not the unfortunately, just like when bad apple spoils the bunch.
Yeah.
The hypocrisy of some Christians, or some, I say Christians, that has led people and left a bad taste in people's mouths. That spoils the gospel, spoils the because they have a false narrative, and people want truth. Yeah. So
that's what I'm saying. Is like the problem is that they just don't know the Bible at all.
Yeah.
So, and I assume too many times that even maybe even some of our own students know these Bible stories. Yeah. But you ask them, you're like, you guys remember this story about Jonah?
Right. And they don't.
And they're like, yeah, he's the one that knocked down the wall of Jerusalem. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, right.
Like, there's too many details missing in there. Yeah. They never said anything that bad. But you're like, okay, maybe I shouldn't assume you guys remember these details, or maybe just forgot it or haven't been taught it yet,
Yeah. Well, I have to think like I was fortunate enough to grow up in a church where there was a very, very big emphasis made on Sunday school. Yeah. And as a kid, they walked us through those Bible stories. And not only that, I went to a Christian school, so we had Bible story every day. So I got those. I mean, the big Bible stories. I mean, they're in there. So I have to remember that not everybody was privileged and fortunate enough to have that growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So you have some people coming to the faith, and they're just now, learning about Moses. They're just now learning about Noah, or people have been to church for many years and they never have had that background of like a Sunday school class, walking them through Bible stories or actual Bible study. All they've ever had are sermons. And so they don't have a healthy diet and an understanding of just that, all those stories. Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard some people probably would rather someone start there.
Yeah.
Just from ground zero, because you don't have to like change someone's mind or deconstruct.
Yeah.
And so we might be in a new generation where there doesn't have to be deconstruction, just construction.
Right.
Just building something.
Yeah.
But there needs to be a firm foundation no matter what.
Yeah.
And they, if you're not following Jesus or at least seeking truth, you're not going to have any kind of foundation.
Yeah.
So,
right.
So yeah, we're walking through apologetics right now, just talking about all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
good.
But so I don't know what topic you want to talk about after your
your
reels.
The reel might open up a topic. Let's see.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so let me find it.
Yeah, while you're looking for that, we're just kind of, if anyone's interested in apologetics, I get a lot of my stuff from Frank Turek, and for the most part, he's a pretty consistent Christian, I would think. And say what you want, but what he says is good stuff. So,
all right, ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Are we all here? I need 100% participation for this to work. Yeah, everyone's here. All 12, 11 of us. Well, what's the plan? Well, as you know, Jesus is dead. But stick with me, okay? Stick with me. I have a plan. We are going to steal his body. Okay, I'm tracking with you. What's next? And then we're going to tell the whole world that he rose from the dead.
Oh, you know I'm in.
I love it already.
All right, classic. Then what?
And then we're all going to get brutally murdered.
Wait. Come again. Could you go over that last part real quick?
Oh, what? We get murdered. What's the problem?
I like it. I like it. I mean, don't get me wrong, Pete. I love me a good hoax as much as the next guy, right? What's in it for us? Do we all get riches, fame, and fortune first, right?
No, get this. You're going to be hated, persecuted, and reviled for the rest of your life.
Okay, guys. Okay, fellas. Look.
Oh, it just changed.
Oh, it did. Yeah.
Oh, that video's funny.
It is funny. Yeah, that dude got sued.
Really?
Yes, he did.
Because it's not true.
It's not.
That's not actually what they're saying.
No.
Oh man.
He's a comedian.
Okay.
So he was making a joke, but the way he did it didn't sound like a joke. It sounded like he was being.
Well, yeah.
legit.
I mean, I watched that only like 30-second
Yeah.
segment. That's what happens. But
Yeah, which I'll play it for those.
I don't know. I think there's language in it.
Is there?
I don't know. He says, I'm not sure.
I don't think there was. But
It's
anyway,
funny.
back to the first clip. Okay.
I need to show that to the
Yeah.
students. That's good
Yes.
apologetics. I mean, that
It is.
Yeah. Do you think they? Well, I'll let you say what you want to say.
Yeah.
I have a question. But
Yeah. No, I stumbled upon that skit and I was like, yes,
Mhm.
because it makes you finally understand just how ridiculous that argument is.
Yeah.
Because it is an argument like, oh, the disciples stole the body and they made this elaborate hoax. Because it even says in scripture, it says some of the Pharisees tried to say that, the disciples stole the body.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So, but
it's in the Bible. Yeah.
yeah. All right. But they did that to try to cover up and disprove the resurrection. Okay. But it does not hold up
Mhm.
at all.
Mhm.
Okay. And I don't know. That's just really cool. Like just to think about how ridiculous that is. That all of them, all right, died a gruesome death because of not just because of Jesus, but because of the resurrection. That Jesus did rise from the dead. We're coming just past Easter. All right, so but it really happened. and it's crazy to think people try to hold this argument in place
even still today.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
it's
ahead.
such a base level argument that doesn't hold water, as they say.
Right.
And eyewitness testimony is still important today.
Yes.
So I wonder though if in ways it was more important back then, because you didn't have iPhones, you didn't have audio recordings.
Right.
So I think like if Jesus never appeared, they wouldn't have gotten away with that. If let's say they did steal his body, and said he rose again, they had no way to prove that.
Right.
Because they would have had a dead body that they would have to hide until it rots away or until people forget about it. And they would have to keep passing on this myth, this legend of Jesus. Like, sure, he walked the earth. Nobody really debates that anymore. It's just like, do you believe he's the Son of God? Which now means you have to be accountable to him. Did he rise again from the dead? That's what people have a problem with. But like, yes, he did. He appeared to eyewitnesses.
Yes.
And that's been tested.
And I love that, like, one of the things is Jesus' proof of his existence. Like, oh, he was just a man, or he didn't exist. Well, we have manuscripts and people, again, the weight too about people writing stuff doesn't hold up either, because where do we get our history from? People writing stuff. Okay. The only difference is the Bible is inspired by God. It's been inspired by the Holy Spirit. So, but you have Julius Caesar. I think it's like there's 200 manuscripts that prove his existence. You have Alexander the Great. There's like maybe 11 or somewhere around in there. And like I said, you have to look up these numbers. Don't quote me. But all these different people, and there's only maybe up to 100 or 200. And you get to Jesus. Okay, there's over 25,000 manuscripts that talk about Jesus. That prove his existence. Okay. So that argument does not hold up either. Then we talked about this. Pastor preached on this Sunday about the proof of the cross, the proof of the resurrection.
That was good.
Yeah, it was good. And, over 500 people saw Jesus after his resurrection. Okay. And I don't know if you've seen the movie Case for Christ.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
And he talks about, I think it's in that movie. He talks about, I can't remember if it was that or if I've seen this, but one of the arguments is mass hypnotism.
Right.
Where they like they just feel like they hypnotized everybody to believe that they saw Jesus. So first of all, that's impossible. And then to have all these eyewitness testimonies basically say the same thing about witnessing Christ, about witnessing him, there's just no way.
Very consistent.
It has
testimony.
to be truth. Yes.
Yeah. Even if you get minor, this is what people get hung up on, the minor details that are different or seem contradictory. But the way that J. Warner Wallace puts it is he's, by the way, one of the top, or actually was the number one detective in at least America, maybe the world, and happens to be on our team, Christian. So the way that he comes and does what he does is he actually wants differences in testimonies. That actually helps build the case. And you start putting together the similarities. The differences don't always mean that someone's wrong. Right. You may see a crash.
Well, they say
report it differently 5 minutes later.
Well, they say they get worried when they line up too close.
Exactly.
Because it actually leads them to it being a lie. So if things are too closely related or they are exactly related, that means that somebody got together and corroborated a story.
Yeah, he says he'll call the lead police officer on the scene. And he says, like, split the witnesses up. Don't let them talk to each other until I get there. And I want to talk to each of them individually. And the differences actually help you build what's true. And what someone just remembered a little bit differently. So, yeah, it's just a good way to put it. We might just be a couple thousand years removed, but you have Josephus who writes about Jesus. And it's like, why would he write about him rather than just not writing about him?
Right.
So, yeah, that's why I have an apologetics Bible. I just think you have a lot of evidence. Ethical, moral, archaeological, embarrassing testimony, eyewitness testimony. So, and that's just a start.
Yeah, that's good. So, Jesus is risen. To me, there's a lot of evidence. Those people that need evidence, like you said, the apologetics. That's a great place. But need evidence. There's a lot out there. It's just a matter of I love how the Case for Christ, that movie, puts it, is that what amount of evidence will it cause you to believe? Because even to believe, you have to have faith. To have to believe one way or the other.
Look, you got to have faith to believe that 500 people were hypnotized. So like, you either have faith in that, which I think takes more faith.
Yes.
Than to believe that people actually saw him.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
to believe that 500 people can be hypnotized is crazy.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
So,
But
yeah. Yeah, even Billy Graham, I just heard a little segment from one of his messages back in the day.
Yeah.
That it wasn't talking about apologetics, but he
Mm-hmm.
said, how many more messages is it going to take for you to follow God? And
Right.
I'm like, dang, just put it so simple.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know?
That's one thing I really like about Billy Graham. Like I said, I've listened to several of his messages, but he's very, very plain
Mhm.
and very upfront with what he
Mhm.
said. He didn't try to fluff it up. He didn't try to articulate and make himself sound smarter.
Mhm.
He just put it plain. The
Mhm.
word is the word, and this is what it says.
Yeah.
And it is very awesome.
And maybe we need more of that.
Yeah.
Because like I said before, you do have more people who just kind of want you to put it out there.
Right.
Like maybe they just want to know what the Bible says about homosexuality.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about the people on the street who are like, don't want to be accountable. Because whenever they start getting kind of contested, they're like, oh, you just heard that from the internet, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And it's like, okay. But for the people who just want to know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, what does the Old Testament say? What does the New Testament say? I think we're having more honest conversations
Mm-hmm.
today. So I'm pretty hopeful.
Yeah.
Once I heard that perspective
Mm-hmm.
of how maybe we don't need deconstruction anymore. We just need basic foundation construction. So,
yeah. So, well, if you take a lot, and we've talked about this before, I think, but this is not a slam on anybody, but just how biblically illiterate Christians are today. So what it is we've built up a belief and a basis on sermons and other people's opinion, not on scripture.
mm-hmm.
And you have to really be careful. That's why, like I said, I usually give the disclaimer when I preach: don't take my word for it. Go read it for yourself.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very big thing. Like even with Christians, not just non-believers, not just anybody out there, but Christians. Like, let's dive into the Word of God and see what it says. About this. So.
Yeah, you can't just depend on what you hear all the time. Although the faith comes by hearing.
Yeah.
So we need people to preach. We need people to speak.
And hearing by the Word of God.
Yes.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Well, good. You got anything else?
I don't know.
Neither. This might be a short episode.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remembered I have something going on later today that made me nervous. So.
Yeah, I got you.
I kind of blanked out.
I got you. No problem.
But
yeah. Like I said, vet that movie. I don't remember much about it.
You can't tell me anything about it.
No, I'm not going to.
Like, not like period piece. Like what?
If you look into it and you look up the reviews and find out that it's a bad movie, you can't watch it, I will tell you. Okay.
You can go on IMDb and look up what's in it.
Yeah, I use LinkedIn, or not LinkedIn, Plugged In.
Oh, okay.
That's a Christian movie.
Oh,
based, and they critique movies and tell you what's in it and everything like that.
Yeah, like down to the spiritual aspects.
Yes.
So,
yeah, I
literally, if somebody suggests a movie, I'll go on IMDb and just see if there's any like sexual, visually, scenes in it. And I just, I don't watch as many movies anymore.
Right.
So, but you got movies like Hacksaw Ridge that are rated R, and there's language, but there's nothing like sexual.
Right.
And the movie is focused on, Christian conviction and how he sticks with that and doesn't use a weapon in World War II.
Right. Well, even I think the Passion of the Christ is rated R, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just because of the gore and the graphicness of it. Yeah. Which they're making a new one, I think, or working on it.
Keep talking about it.
The Resurrection. I haven't seen anything about it, but
I know the video is a few years old now, but Mel Gibson talks about how he has 2 scripts for it.
Yeah.
He doesn't know if he should go like super Catholic with it and, involve a bunch of angels and demons and spiritual warfare, or just kind of keep it another script that he has. And I'm like, make both. No.
Yeah, right. The extended cut, the Catholic cut.
But did you hear just how many details of what Jim Caviezel went through?
Yes.
To make crazy. That? He said when he first called up Mel and they were on the phone talking about the movie, and Mel was trying to convince him to maybe not do it.
Yeah.
He said, if you do this movie, you're probably going to be blacklisted and not get any more acting roles.
Right.
And he's like, look, my initials are JC.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that wasn't the only thing, but I feel like God is calling me to do this and I have to do this.
And he said, I'm 30. He said, I'm the same age.
Yeah, 33.
Yeah.
Right? So that was another thing. Yeah, I forgot about that one. He said, "I'm 33. My initials are JC," and he said like Mel was like, "You're scaring me," and he hung up the phone.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
but he was literally, I think he got hit by the whip for real at least twice.
Yep.
And had like a 14-inch gash across his back.
Yeah, it said he fell, and the cross at one point actually gave him a concussion or something because it slammed his head on the ground. He was struck by lightning twice.
Had heart surgery twice.
Yeah,
because of that.
Right.
The hypothermia and caused his heart and stuff. And I think they said he got a little bit of asphyxiated. Is that the right word or something else?
Maybe.
But
it was a lot.
I was like, I think he got actually crucified.
Yeah.
And I think the only thing he didn't get was the nails in the hands.
Have you heard about the testimony of the guy that played Barabbas?
Yeah.
That one is awesome. That's amazing. Yeah. And if you don't know, I'll share it real quick. The guy that played Barabbas was an atheist. Okay. So
in real life.
In real
like
life,
the actor.
yes.
Yeah.
And it said he came onto the set and he hadn't seen Jim, is it Caviezel? Or something like that. And which plays Jesus in the movie. He hadn't seen him. So Barabbas walks out and he said he looks at Jesus, or Jim Caviezel looks at the character, and he says, and in the movie, if you notice, he looks back, he does a double take. He kind of looks back, and it says after they interviewed him, he says, when I looked at him, he said, I didn't see Jim Caviezel. He said, I saw Jesus.
Yeah.
He said, I saw him in his eyes. And it was from that moment forward that he actually gave his life to God and became a Christian because of it. Not because of the actor, not because of who he was, but because he said he saw Jesus in his eyes. So it's just awesome.
I need to watch that movie again, though.
Yeah.
I've only seen it once, and it was a few years ago.
Yeah. Is there an English dub of it?
Bro, did y'all hear that?
Someone's here.
I don't know if that picked up, but we might wrap up.
Who's here?
That sounded like it was coming from back there.
Huh. But
I don't know.
Yeah.
If there is, it's probably on YouTube. It's probably not good.
Yeah, probably.
But
yeah,
I don't know. I can't remember because I guess we watched it in Aramaic.
Yeah, because it's in Aramaic and I think Hebrew, Aramaic, something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I was going to say something. Oh, I was going to think maybe you could look that clip up. We could play it.
What clip?
The one where he comes out and looks at Jim Caviezel and his expression changes. But just watch the movie, bro.
Yeah. You could probably pull it up and put it in. We'll just stare like we're watching it.
Whoa.
That's crazy, man. This is it.
This movie makes me emotional.
Yeah.
No, dude.
Yeah, man. I ain't got nothing else. I probably need to get mowing. I got to do some mowing.
Space
today.
movies.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You ever seen Lost in Space? Pretty good.
What is that?
Lost in Space. Look it up.
I don't know. I guess I've ever heard that.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Never heard of that?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I'm blanking right now. Show me a picture of it.
I'd look it up.
Look it up. We're fine.
It was an old show back in the day, and they turned it into a movie. And I remember the movie.
It's kind of like Land of the Lost. They turned that into a dumb movie.
Yeah, I would say similar. The newer movie. Oh, they also, I forgot they redid it. They made it a series on Netflix too, a newer series. It was pretty good too.
Lost in Space.
Yeah, but that's the movie I remember. Yeah, you have to look it up.
I think we've just always been obsessed with space, I guess.
Right.
Because, you have Stargate.
Yes.
Atlantis. Was that a space one?
No, not space.
Or was that in Stargate? But of course you have Star Wars.
Stargate Atlantis, I think.
Star Trek.
Like yeah.
Trekking across the stars.
Stargate SG-1.
Did you ever watch?
All those.
Yeah. My parents watched Stargate. I guess I watched a little bit, but I don't remember. Did you watch Star Trek?
My dad did, and I watched it a little bit with him growing up. But other than that, no.
I saw the newer movies. Those
I've seen the new movies, yeah.
But I'm just not like obsessed with Star Trek. Like I'm not really obsessed with Star Wars either, but I do love Star Wars.
Not a Trekkie.
I can't. They call it. I can't say. I don't know. I can't say I'm a Trekkie. I guess.
Yeah. Right. No. No. I like Star Wars. No,
yeah.
Star Trek's okay.
Yeah. I think Star Trek is a little more nerdy.
Yeah.
Of course, it was a show like first before any movies, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's William Shatner.
You probably have a little
Captain
more
James T. Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk. You probably have a little more lore in there.
Yeah.
Star Wars started out as probably books, right? And then movies.
Yeah.
And now we have shows, which
That's right.
some of them are garbage. I have hope for Star Wars too,
Maybe eventually.
but we'll see in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
I might have lost all hope. That should be a Star Wars movie.
Lost
Lost
all
all
hope.
hope.
Yes.
All right, we'll go ahead and end there and find out what this weird noise
All
was.
right.
See if your mower's still on your trailer.
I hope so.
Hey,
right.
thanks for watching,
See you guys.
and we'll see you later.